Hey friends, welcome back and welcome to my kitchen deep clean and organize. We are going to be doing a good reset in here because I am doing a big grocery haul the next day and I love resetting the kitchen before bringing more food into the home. It just makes my life a little bit easier, and I also needed to declutter and reorganize some of my cabinets. They were getting very cluttered looking and I just couldn't find anything. Things were falling out. So if you're in need of some motivation, you are in the right place. We are going to be cleaning, organizing, decluttering, wiping things down. We're going to go through the refrigerator, my pantry, tons of satisfying before and afters, and of course I'll be sharing some motivational inspiration tips throughout the video as well. If this is your first time watching, welcome. My name is Ashley. I'm a stay-at-home mom to 4. I have 2 girls and 2 boys, and on my channel I love sharing cleaning motivation, decluttering, organizing, laundry, pretty much anything to do with homemaking. You will find it here, so I'd love for you to subscribe and join my YouTube family. But as y'all can see, we are starting off by getting rid of the clutter on the countertops. Before I can start pulling things out and reorganizing, I want to make sure I have a clean working space. I did make tons of waffles this morning. I love freezing them. That way the kids can pull them out for school, warm them up in the toaster, and they're just ready to go. It makes my life a lot easier than having to make them every morning. So what I do to save mine in the freezer is I just put parchment paper in between each waffle. That way they don't get freezer burnt or stuck together.
Before,
With 4 kids, things can get messy fast, and that's okay. This isn't about perfection. It's just about feeling good in my own space. And sometimes the hardest part is just getting started, but once you get into the groove of things, it's honestly therapeutic. And that is why I always rave about just picking one area, one cabinet, one drawer, one task, and just get it done. And usually by the time you finish that task, you're feeling more motivated and inspired to keep going and to tackle more. So try not to think about everything that needs to be done. Focus on one thing and accomplishing it, and then see how you feel after that and go from there.
The love of my life. I knew when you came through the door that you are the love of my life. Nothing's hard, everything is easy with you around. No bombards, everything is easy when you come around.
I really need to try to find a bigger organizer. We have so many spoons and forks, they just don't fit inside of our little spaces in here, so it ends up looking like a jumbled mess majority of the time. But for now, this is just gonna have to work. I end up putting the overflow off to the left, so the left one is just the overflow spot.
I remember meeting you in a dream, thinking that's the love of my life. Most handsome man I'd ever seen. I said, you must be the love of my life.
Now it's time to get these dishes done. You guys know my kids typically do the dishes as part of their chores, but on the days where I just have so many, or the days where I don't do the dishes the night before, like today, I will often just get them done because I cannot stand to look into the kitchen and just see an overflowing sink. It's very overwhelming for me.
Now nothing's hard, everything is easy with you around. No bombards, everything is easy when you come around. Hold on now. Don't let go.
Washing dishes isn't exactly glamorous, but there's something kind of grounding about it. It's one of those small, everyday things that brings a little order to the chaos. Honestly, with 4 kids, the dishes never stop. But I've started using this time as a pause, a chance to slow down, reset my thoughts, or just reflect on the day. And I really used to dread this part of the routine, but now I kind of treat it as my mini moment of peace. I'll either light the candle right in front of me or put a podcast on, or just sit in silence if Ethan is busy, which most of the time he's pretty close by me. But if you're standing at your own sink right now, just know you're not alone. You're doing a great job. Even the smallest tasks are part of building a calm, cozy home for the people that we love.
I was never the one to write up a song for just anyone. I was always the one to find myself lost in old conversations. Cause I've always been told that things will unfold if you keep on waiting. But then you came along and proved me all wrong. I was so mistaken. Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby.
I had so many dishes to hand wash. I had to stop, put them away, and then proceed doing the rest of the dishes.
I was never the one to give up the ghost. No, I was so stuck. I kept on playing my part, wanting to give up cause nothing was changing. But with you it's so clear, and now that you're here I see colors in every spectrum. Guess I finally learned my lesson. Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me want.
I can't believe this is the last week of school for my kids, and then it's going to be summer break. It feels so surreal. I was thinking back on it and I'm like, holy cow, can y'all believe we will be in this house 6 months in June? Like, what? That is so crazy. I can't believe it's almost been half of a year. I feel like we just moved into here and in a blink of an eye, it's been half a year. It's just wild how the time goes, especially as your kids get older and life gets busier. Time just seems to really pass by so fast. So I'm trying to slow down, soak it all in, especially during the summer. Summer is when I really try to be more present and make the time to just build the memories. I know summers are limited when I'll have all my kids together, so I'm really trying to make sure we make the most of it and have so many fun memories. One of the things we're going to be doing this summer is actually going to the local water park around here. It's called Ocean Breeze. My parents got season passes for the kids, and so I went and got me and my husband a season pass. That way we can go to the water park as many times as we want to, and the kids are so excited about it. And actually, as you guys are watching this, we will be at Ocean Breeze because I promised them we would go as soon as it opened up. I doubt I'm going to be swimming because I'm sure the water is still going to be too cold for me, but of course my kids do not care. They just want to go.
Free, oh my sweet baby.
There is nothing like a clean sink. It is my favorite. But now it's time to tackle this cabinet right here. This is the #1 cabinet that gets the messiest the fastest because we're in and out of here all the time. I have my baking dishes in here. I have our Tupperware. So I really needed to just get in there and fix it, try to get it a little more organized. But as I was going through it, I realized I had my ice trays in here and our ice maker can never seem to keep up with us. We use so much ice. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead, fill it up. We're going to put it in the deep freezer outside. That way we have some ice on hand. One of the things I want to make this summer is a knockoff to the Sonic strawberry real fruit slush. I love those, and I found a recipe on Pinterest, and I know I'm gonna need a lot of ice for it, so I'm gonna be recreating that. Hopefully it turns out really good. If it does, I might be sharing that recipe with you guys in the future.
And I'm thinking out loud. We won't need nothing else for the rest of our time. And I know it so well, I will always be by your side. 'Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby.
I've noticed that when my environment feels chaotic, my mind will feel the same way. So cleaning really helps me reset emotionally too. So if you're ever starting to feel really overwhelmed and you can't pinpoint like what it is that's triggering it, take a look around at your environment. Maybe it's a little cluttered. Maybe it's causing a little bit of anxiety and you don't realize it. Just a little food for thought in case you guys are starting to feel a little anxious and you can't figure out why. I know decluttering always helps me.
'Cause you glue all the pieces back together. Yeah, you take all my wrongs and make them better. Yeah, you're making me wanna try forever. And I feel so free, oh my sweet baby.
And on the topic of decluttering and organizing, you don't need to feel like you need to organize everything all at once. Today, I'm just focusing on what I can. My cabinets that I noticed were extra messy. My pantry, we're gonna do a quick freshen up, and then also the fridge. But that's more than enough. Every little task will add up. You're not behind. You're just building that momentum. Progress over perfection.
I met him on a sunny day in late July, and everything turned upside down. I almost lost track of time as weeks went by. I couldn't get him off my mind. I told him I want that great.
So while I'm decluttering, Ethan wanted to make gummy bear shaped ice cubes, so I got him some water. And while I declutter, he is going to fill this with water, and then I'll go put it in my big deep freezer. Here, let me put it back.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Ethan was so excited to make those ice cubes. He could not wait to freeze them and to just eat the ice that was shaped like gummy bears. So that kept him preoccupied, which was great for me. So before I used those gummy molds to make homemade high protein gummy bears, they turned out so good. I haven't made them in forever. And whenever he started making the ice cubes, it just kind of reminded me of them. So I need to make those again because that is a great snack for the kids.
But you hold tight, knowing that you can't get burned. Just tell me how we lost track of everything but each other. I honestly don't know. And tell me how we messed up, drifting away from each other. Didn't want to let you go. Cause we wanted different things, and I have to deal with it. But it's not easy, so tell me how to let go. Cause you really seem to know how to carry on your own. Ever since I got a good look in his eyes, I just knew that he was special.
You guys already know the drill. Whenever I'm decluttering and organizing, I always pull everything out. So that was step one. I pulled everything out. I wiped down the cabinets because, of course, if I'm going to put things back in, I might as well fully clean them before I do. And then I like to just do an overview of everything, see if there's stuff that we don't use, that we no longer need before putting it back into the cabinet. I have done a lot of decluttering recently, so I knew there wasn't really anything I was going to want to get rid of, but I did want to look at it objectively and see if there was anything that didn't belong together in this cabinet, which I did move a few things out. I put some into the pantry, and then we're going to move some others into another cabinet that we're going to declutter and organize. So that is just the method that I recommend. I feel like when you pull everything out, you can really take an inventory of what you have and make sure you don't keep anything that's unnecessary, because you will be surprised how much stuff you can cram into a cabinet and not even realize it.
Cause I wanted that great love, like standing in the middle of a bonfire. You don't know how you got there, but you hold tight, knowing that you can't get burned. Just tell me how we
I still, to this day, have not found the best way to store Tupperware. I honestly hate Tupperware because it takes up so much space. I feel like if you put the lids on it, it takes up a lot of space. If you try to stack them together, they just don't stack nicely, and then you have lids that fall everywhere. So what I tried to do was match every container with its lid. I have a bin where I put all of the smaller containers inside of it, and then I left the bigger ones out, and my son is usually the one who picks up the dishes. So the reason why this cabinet gets so messy is because he'll throw them in here without the lids, and then everything just gets jumbled up. So I told him, now that it's organized, try to remember to put the lid on before you put it in this cabinet so we can keep it organized. But if you guys have a great method for storing your Tupperware, let me know, because I don't know, I can't seem to find a good way. That looks so much better. I was so happy to see the after. And now we're gonna head over to the cabinet next to the fridge. This is where I have my casserole dishes, my yogurt maker, and a few other appliances. So I thought my juicer would fit a little better in this cabinet versus my Tupperware one. So we're gonna pull everything out, rearrange it a little, try to make it look a little less cluttered in here, and just stack more nicely.
Sunny day in late July, and everything turned upside down. I almost lost track of time as weeks went by. I couldn't get him off my mind. I couldn't get him off my mind. Lost track of everything but each other. I honestly don't know. And tell me how we messed up, drifting away from each other. Didn't want to let you go. 'Cause we wanted different things, and I have to deal with it, but it's not easy. So tell me how to.
Of course, while I was organizing, Ethan ended up dropping the measuring cup full of water. It spilled all over the floor. I didn't share it with you guys, but there was water everywhere. So I had to stop, clean up the water, lay down a towel. That way, if he spilled it again, at least it would land on the towel.
Up in a painted cup, I will pour my love from a cloud above. So bright I can see the lights, taking you up and above the blue sky. Tastes good to be drinking all of the honey sweet brew of ours. Up in a painted cup, right in the sky like a firefly. Like a firefly.
Here is a quick overview of the pantry. The main spot I wanted to focus on was the floor. I needed to clean it, and then the very top, because I had my bigger appliances up there and they were just starting to fall over and just look messy. So I wanted to reorganize that a little bit, and then we're just gonna straighten up the pantry. Like I said, we are gonna be doing a big grocery haul the next day, which I will share that grocery haul with you guys too, but I wanted to make sure I just reset the kitchen. I personally love doing a little reset, especially inside of the fridge before I go and get groceries, because it makes it a lot easier for me whenever I'm meal prepping, just to make sure, for one, I don't waste any food, and for two, I can find what I'm looking for or purchase what I need for a recipe. So I think it's a great idea to do these little resets, especially if you meal prep. I know a lot of times I buy stuff that I don't need because I didn't realize I already had it in my pantry. So it's good to go into the pantry and do a little inventory every once in a while.
Is to feel the fire grow within. I believe to believe is to see how the present comes.
I ended up going into the attic and grabbing this wooden crate out of there. I wanted to find a bin, but I don't have any more big plastic ones, so I found this, and it's just gonna have to work for now. And I wanted to put all of the extra clear containers that I have in here. So I have containers for like rice and noodles, my Ninja Creamy and stuff like that. So I just wanted to have them downstairs and accessible, but I also didn't like the look of it all jumbled up in the corner up there. So we're just gonna make it look a little bit more organized by putting them inside of this crate.
I will paraglide across the sky. Let flowers and tiny hearts shaping a line in the cup of our so sweet like a honeybee can buzz around a honey tree. Up in a painted cup, right in the sky like a firefly. Like a firefly. I believe to believe is to feel the fire grow within. I believe to believe is to see how the present comes from dreams.
One thing I always want to promote on my channel is to work with what you have. Don't ever feel like you need to go out and purchase stuff just to make your house or your pantry look aesthetic. I know for a while I was kind of falling into that. I felt like I needed to go purchase all of these pretty clear containers and make my pantry look aesthetic, which is great. You know, if you have the extra funds to do that, I do think it's wonderful and it's pretty, but I also feel like we shouldn't be setting that standard for everyone or making anyone feel less than if they don't have an aesthetic area. And that is why I kind of steered away from it. I am more about practicality. I don't want to spend a lot of extra money, especially nowadays. We don't have a ton of extra money lying around to just waste on things to look prettier. So if you feel like your home isn't aesthetic or not as pretty as some of these other influencers online, don't compare yourself. Don't feel the need to go out and purchase anything unnecessary. As long as your home is clean and tidy and you're doing your best, that's all that matters. It doesn't have to look aesthetic. Nobody's coming in our house and taking pictures and posting it on the internet. I honestly feel like it's just because, you know, some of us, like me, we put our lives on the internet and we get judged and we feel like we have to make it look a certain way. But I am so tired of that. I do not want to be part of that. And I just want to be a real mom with a real house, a real home, and just work with what we have.
Love, love, love. Color in my love, love, love. Color in my love.
We are now tackling my fridge. As you could tell, it was a jumbled mess. We had so many leftovers in here, tons of containers, a lot of fruit. We have been obsessed with fruit salad. I will have to link the recipe up in the cards for you guys. I uploaded a YouTube short on how to make it. It is so addicting. It is a higher protein fruit salad and it is so good. The kids have been having me make it on repeat. So we have been using a lot of fruit, which means we had a lot of containers from Sam's Club, which are bulky and was taking up a ton of space in here. So it was time to pull everything out, try to reorganize, see if I could combine some things, get rid of old leftovers and make space, because I knew I was going to be picking up groceries the next day and we already didn't have room for them.
Color in my love, love, love. Up in the painted cup, I pour my love from a color in my love, love, love. It's good to be drinking all of the hot and sweet. Color in my love, love, love. Up in the painted cup, I pour my love from a color in my love, love, love. It's good to be drinking all of the hot and sweet. Color in my love, love, love.
Now that the inside of the fridge is wiped down and ready for things to be put back in, before I do that, I am going through all of the stuff, making sure there's nothing expired, throwing out all the old leftovers and bagging them up. I like to double bag them before I put them in the trash, because the worst thing is to come home and your trash can stinks from old food being in there. Especially right here, I'm throwing away old coleslaw and you know that is gonna stink. So I always double bag it.
My love, color in my love, my love, my love. Ooh, I'm coloring my love, my love, my love.
recently I have been obsessed with sweet and spicy pickles, and what I've been doing, because the pickles are a little pricey if you get them at the grocery store. Most of them are like $4 to $5 for the little jars, and you can get a huge jar of pickles at Sam's Club for, I believe it's like $6 or $7. So what I started doing is saving the jars after I eat all of the sweet and spicy pickles, and then I use my big pickles from Sam's Club and I cut them up and put them in the juice of the old jar, and so it makes sweet and spicy pickles. They are a little bit more tangier because they have the typical pickle taste in there, but they are still so good. So I'm just going ahead and cutting up some of the pickles and adding them into the juice. But whenever I opened this jar of pickles, y'all, they were so weird. Like, empty. Like when you would squeeze them, it felt almost like a sponge. It was the strangest thing. And when I cut them open, it looked like they used old cucumbers. Like that, it has to be older cucumbers. Otherwise, I have no idea why there's like holes in them and like gaps between it. They just looked kind of funny. So I ended up having to throw away quite a few of them because they were just so smushy on the inside. I knew it wasn't going to taste good. I was tempted to take them back to Sam's Club, but it's just so much effort. So I'm just working with the pickles out of the jar that were good. It is now the next day, and since we have the pantry and fridge all cleaned out, it is ready for the groceries. So I thought I'd share the grocery haul with you guys. I have some stuff from Kroger and some from Sam's. We will start with the Sam's Club stuff first. Picked up some Monster energy drinks for my husband and some bottled water. And I did meal plan for this week. That way I don't buy any unnecessary stuff. So I got some baby carrots. This is going to be as a side with dinner and for the kids to take to school. They have one more week of school left. Got some broccoli. My sister made this really good broccoli salad and I want to make it. So I got some broccoli so we can do that. We ran out of butter, so I got the Kerrygold butter, blueberry bagels, some apples for a snack, almond milk for our cereal because we ran out, some eggs. I'm gonna try these laundry pods. I was gonna get Gain, but I was like, you know what? I really want to try some pods again because they're just easier to throw in, and I haven't tried the Sam's Club pods, so I'm gonna give those a try. I'll let you guys know what I think about them. This is something new I'm really excited to try out. It is foaming body wash by Dove, and I just thought the scents were so good. We have cotton candy, coconut cookie, and berry smoothie. I think I'm going to be using cotton candy. I'm really excited to smell those. Also picked up some scrub mommies. I've been needing them, and I didn't know Sam's carried them in bulk, so that's really nice to have. Picked up my husband's allergy medicine. He uses Zysol. Snacks for the week, we have some Snap Cheez-Its and also some Belvita little snack packs, and that is everything I got from Sam's. I spent $1.89, I believe it was. And now for Kroger, these were like the little things that I couldn't get at Sam's and that we just didn't need in bulk. So for sides this week, I went with a bunch of noodles. We have not had these in forever, and I bought them last week and we were all just like, man, we forgot about how good these were. So this week we went with cheesy cheddar and cheddar broccoli. We need 2 packs for our family, but then they also had the big packs, so we're gonna try the big packs. They're supposed to be double portions. So we have Alfredo and creamy garlic. The broccoli salad recipe, I needed some white wine vinegar, so I picked some up. Some more of my coffee creamer, got the silk vanilla, some regular milk to cook the noodles with, some peas to go inside a tuna casserole I'm making. Also needed some more tomato soup to go with some grilled cheese this week. I also am about to run out of cumin, so I picked some up. Some non-fat Greek yogurt. This is gonna go in that broccoli salad, as well as walnuts. So I got a bag of walnuts for that. And the cranberries go in that broccoli salad. So I had to pick up some cranberries, a bunch of bananas. I got my husband a steak. He loves steak. Got some squirt butter because we're making popcorn at home, but we couldn't get our seasoning to stick to it, so I thought the spray butter would be really good. We're gonna make our popcorn in this air popper, and then we're gonna spray it with this and then sprinkle some seasoning on top. And then I also needed a red onion for that broccoli salad. And that is everything that I got from Kroger. I spent a total of, I believe it was $40. That is gonna do it for today's video. I really hope you guys got some motivation to tackle something around your house today. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you're new, I'd love for you to subscribe, join my YouTube family. I do upload new cleaning motivation every single Sunday, and I would love to have you here. But I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!